Before I call a member, I do want to remind David Shearer that he appears to have an illicit cup in the House, and I am going to ask him to take it away. Pene Henare.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for this opportunity. I rise to take a short call on the Public Works Prohibition of Compulsory Acquisition of Māori Land Amendment Bill. And I want to congratulate our colleague, Catherine Delahunty, for being brave and bringing this particular bill in front of the House. Mr. Speaker, on September 14, 1975, Dame Whina Cooper departed the far north. That picture is now famous worldwide, of her walking down a lonely dirt road with her mokopuna, holding her mokopuna's hand, and the catch cry of that protest was, "Not one more acre, not one more acre." And I think this particular bill is a brave step to make that cry known again, to say, "Not one more acre." Mr. Bennett speaks about those landowners who have been affected in the past by the Public Works Act and says they should just suck it up and move on.
I'm going to warn the member. I can't see a valid point of order, and I'm going to warn the member if he doesn't make a valid point of order, he'll be withdrawing and apologising.
Okay. I think you know what I meant. Yeah.
Well, disagreeing with a member does not give rise to a point of order. It's called a debate. That's what we're having. Pene Henare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I come from a small place called Orauta. Orauta, approximately 45 minutes north of Whangarei. The Public Works Act took large tracts of my family land, the farm, our neighbour's farm, to build a railway. That railway was taken out of commission after years of operation. It was taken out of commission and sat idle for no less than 12 years. 12 years, sir. And my family fought long and hard to get that land given back to our family, as it runs right alongside our farm, formerly owned by us, taken by the Public Works Act. And that particular railway sat idle for 12 years. We got no explanation. Nobody told us what they were going to use the land for. We were still fenced off. We weren't allowed to go on it. And all of a sudden now it is a cycleway. But for those 12 years, nobody knew what was going to happen with it. Nobody knew what was going to happen with it. We begged local members of parliament, we begged the council, we begged ministry officials and asked them to return that land back to us. Interestingly enough, that particular railway also run through what used to be known as the Kawiti station, also taken under the Public Works Act. And the Kawiti station, sir, was then, after it was decommissioned, the station, they kept the land and mined and took out all of the scoria, and it changed from the Kawiti station to the ballast pit, all part of my family land, sir. And the Public Works Act has had a significant effect on Māori people. The research tells us now that Māori owned land is just under 5%, And it would be, it is my job, and certainly the job of this House, to ensure that that number doesn't decrease anymore. However, Mr. Speaker, I do temper that contribution by also saying our country is growing. We do need to grow. We know what the issues are around housing. We do know that infrastructure is a big problem here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And in order for us to be competitive and to grow, we must make parts of land available for that growth. However, given the injustices suffered by Māori for many, many years since the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, I support this bill, and I say that it is a good, brave step for this Parliament to ensure that no more land is taken without good reason, so that families like the Henare family of the Orauta Valley don't lose large tracts of their land, for the first instance used for the railway and sat idle for far too long, and now it is a cycleway. But Mr. Speaker, I just want to say thank you, Catherine Delahunty, for bringing this bill to the House. We support it in the Labour Party, and we look forward to the support right across the House. Kia ora, sir.